Well, hello, Facebook friends. We're so glad you're with us today, and we want to wish all of you a happy Hanukkah, a Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. We're not going to be here next week live. I'm taking a week off, and I desperately need the rest and also just get away and plan the direction that we're going to be going in 2018. We've got a lot to do. But you guys have been super this year, and I wouldn't trade you for anything. Our Facebook, it's grown. Number of friends have grown, and we've invested in it. We're going to continue to do that. Our media team is putting us on the map, and there is going to be an explosion with the information God has given us for this nation. The one thing that separates us from other organizations, especially prayer organizations, we believe that America is in a deep spiritual battle. We believe our children have become atheists, socialists. 85% of them are socialist. One reason is because the church has not held up the banner of Jesus Christ. We need to look in the mirror, and we are going to just light a candle next year concerning our youth, and I need all of my Facebook friends to participate. One of the things that we're doing right now is we are checking out college campuses, beginning with Berkeley, because that seems to be where the evil triumphed the most, where the patriotism is trashed, where God is totally eliminated, and free speech is bound. So what do you do when a place is covered in darkness, spiritual darkness? You go in, you light a candle with the Word of God. I have checked out how we could put a Bible teacher on the campuses at Berkeley the first of next year for 2 hours a week in their chapel, which is available for believers to go in and pray, have Bible studies. And we wanted to use that chapel, and we found out the way we were to do that, we'd work through a student that would host us. They would vet our ministry. They would find out, that we're serious. We're not trying to indoctrinate. We're not trying to cause pain. We're not trying to cause riots. We're not organizing mobs. All we plan to do is teach the Bible. And whenever we checked into it, we found that there are many Christian organizations on the Berkeley campus, and those organizations are established, but they get no media. They get really basically from the Christian community very little support from the churches, major denominations, Christian programmers, little to no support. And we want to change that. And if you want to stand and see us go right in to where the darkness prevails and light a candle, we need to hear from you. This is a prayer ministry. Right now we're praying from midnight until 6 in the morning, because we are organizing people to pray in connection with the Capitol Hill Prayer Partners with their Night Watch program. We are covering this nation, our government, and we're calling for a revival of souls for 2018. There's lots of different kinds of revivals, and I've been talking to you about some of them. But our 2018 goal is to have a revival of souls. And we need witnesses to go into all the world and teach the gospel. But we need to start on our own block. So my Facebook friends, this is live, but it will be posted on our Facebook page, Facebook/Faye USA. And we want you to have your friends listen to our message. We're also on YouTube, Insight USA. You can go to YouTube. This Facebook message will also be posted on YouTube. If you want to make a comment while we're live, we'd love for you to. We will present your comment to our audience. And if you're enjoying our ministry, our website, insightUSA.us, we would like to know it. We also need donations. We have a campaign now against the nasty women. You can go to the website FayVWM.com, FayVWM.com, and sign our petition and say, Hillary and nasty women, you do not speak for me. I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. My dear friends, if we don't organize, if we don't let our voices be heard, we're going to see what happens. You take a look at Judge Roy Moore. Every day there was another woman coming forth accusing somebody of sexual abuse, sexual harassment. They were coming out of the woodwork. 40 years old accusations took this man out of a Senate race. I'm going to have to take a second and turn off my cell phone. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. But anyway, what I'm saying is, where are all these women now? Where are all these sexual accusations? There's one senator that I could care less about his policies. We've been praying for him to get saved. And he is resigning the U.S. Senate because of accusations of sexual harassment from anonymous accusers. Where's the process? Where's the innocent still proven guilty? And since the Alabama race and Judge Moore is supposedly to have lost, he hasn't conceded yet, and they have not confirmed the ballots yet. Keep your eyes on that. And we don't really know what happened in that race yet. But it appears that he lost. And is this where we're going in 2018? The Democrats have done squat for a year. They have no achievements. They have accused. Many of them have just, with the rhinos, have totally sent false media reports out. And they are a part of the slush fund that the Congress made for itself to cover the accusers that they were guilty. That means the lawmakers were guilty of sexual harassment, and they paid their claims with tax dollars. All of a sudden, that I'm not sure exactly how many millions. It's 17 or 35, but it's a lot. It's a joke. We have lawmakers that made laws, covered their illegal sexual abuse, unlawful sexual harassment, paid claims, their claims with tax dollars, and then made a law that all of that would be confidential, and the people in this country would never know that we covered the crimes of our lawmakers. They are still there. You notice since Judge Roy Moore dropped out of the race. No, he didn't drop out, I'm sorry. It is said that he lost the race. Where are all these women now? They did the same thing with Herman Cain. And Christians have been conned. And our ministry is educating, informing. But what we're doing more than anything else, we have a prayer network that's binding the powers of darkness, that's empowering the demonic from coming forth and continuing to eliminate God from our society. I need you on board, and I need you on board right now. We have a new 800 number that you can go as we speak and make a donation to our work. Our goal is to get 150,000 signatures on our petition, FAYEVWM.com, that says Hillary and nasty women, you do not speak for me. They have stolen our identity. They act as though we don't exist. And if we do have biblical-based values, we are literally being depicted as terrorists. Our ministry is on the Southern Poverty Law Center's list as haters. What are we guilty of? I did not take a stand against the burning of the Qurans years ago in Florida. I actually knew who promoted this burning, which would have been in a cow pasture. Nobody knew about it except the church that did it, except there was an imam in Orlando that made sure the national media was here. He had access to the White House, and he called the world's attention to this cow pasture that chose to burn Qurans because the pastor had been a missionary in the Middle East. He saw Islam take over a nation. He went from the Middle East to Europe. He knew the repercussions and the fruit of people who used the Quran as an excuse to murder, to kill, to force their own opinions on everybody else. It was a church of 100 people, worldwide news, because of an imam in a mosque in Orlando. He had that many connections and that much power. Because I actually interviewed the pastor on my television program at that time and let people know who he was and where he was coming from, because he got no balanced reporting. I was put on the Southern Poverty Law Center hate list as a hater. And we've been trying to raise the money so we could place a lawsuit and have our name removed. That hasn't happened yet, but you could help make it happen. We want to take our campaign with nasty women literally to national media with spots exposing who these women are. We've asked for $5,000 because we can't do it for less. That hasn't happened yet. So are you just looking at the debates? Are you just watching people say, oh, I know this and I know that? Or are you standing up for God? We have a Spygate right now. I have the information in my hand that would astound you. This information shows that the American people are being spied upon, and it's it is a report that shows that we have an NSA that has been tracking us using false and phony information. And the report I have is a stunning report of what is going on in our FBI, the Justice Department, and the NSA, and what they've obtained, how long they've had it, the purpose that they did it, and you need to know how to combat it. You can say, Faith, it's just too big. There's nothing we can do. I'm going to tell you, there is plenty one person can do. It was one general in Connecticut. He said, I'm not taking it anymore. We're going to free the slaves. And he started the war and won it. The Civil War in 1862. Springfield, Missouri was one of the places they fought till the end. We are going to go there next year. Our intercessors are going to study the history of how slavery ended in this country, which I would say there's not a black person in this country that actually knows it. We are praying that our ministry is going to begin to go through the Department of Education so we can get the facts, not the fake history that's out there now for our kids that teach them nothing. No respect for our country, no respect for the national anthem, no respect for those that they shed blood. We even had Eric Holder last week threaten the President of the United States that he was going to bring a civil war to the streets if he didn't do what he was told. We've had the Muslims that's threatened our country if we moved our embassy to Jerusalem. They just need an excuse to kill. And they get billions of dollars a year. We have a Spygate that you need to stay in touch with me. You can get our face facts. You can go to our website and find out what is available to you, insightUSA.us. You need to send this to your friends because what we're going to face at the beginning of the year is a demand for amnesty. You say, oh, that's amnesty for the people who came across our southern border. That's amnesty for Middle East Muslims by the millions. The amnesty does not have a certain identity. And we have senators like Lindsey Graham, Marco Rubio, John McCain, and others, Corker, and all the Democrats demanding that we bring these people in and give them citizenship, whether they have a job or not, and give their children $2,000 each every year. Some of them 6, 7 kids, $14,000 for nothing. If we do not keep our eyes on our goal, keep the witches bound, and I still need people to pray from midnight till 6 in the morning until January the 4th. I would love for you to email me, Faye, F-A-Y-E, usainsight@gmail.com, and say, Faye, I have a prayer team, and we're going to pray with you. 1 hour a week is during that time would help us cover the night with the night watch. And we're believing God for souls. I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, and a Happy New Year. Let me hear from you. You can call our office, 407-265-0700, and press 2. If you've got a specific prayer request, we would love to have it. But go to our 800 number and say, Faye, I stand with you. It can be $10, $50, $100, $1,000, $5,000. Many of you could give $10,000. We've got to stand up. You need to know how your government works. Your congressional directory gives you that information. So I'll go now because I got 2 TV shows I got to tape today. But I'm excited that our health care is no longer under submission to crooked liberal lawmakers. God bless you and shalom.